It's time to face your demons. Let's cut the pleasantries. You're running. We all are. We're sprinting away from something, some shadowy figure nipping at our heels, a monster lurking in the periphery of our carefully constructed lives. We call them our demons. Bad habits, crippling fears, buried traumas, the ugly parts of ourselves we try desperately to ignore. But what if I told you that the thing you're running from isn't some external monster at all? What if the demons are already inside the house? What if they are you? Think about it. What are these so-called demons, really? They are the things that make us squirm, the thoughts we try to suppress, the feelings we numb with endless distractions. They are the failures we replay in our minds, the insecurities we project onto others, the desires we deem unacceptable. We build elaborate fortresses of denial, intricate systems of avoidance, all to keep these shadowy aspects of ourselves locked away in the basement of our psyche. Psychoanalysis offers us a framework to understand this flight. Sigmund Freud, the grandfather of the field, talked about defense mechanisms, unconscious strategies the ego employs to protect itself from anxiety arising from unacceptable thoughts or feelings. Denial, repression, projection, rationalization. These are just some of the tools our minds use to shield us from the uncomfortable truths about ourselves. We push down the anger. We pretend the fear isn't there. We blame others for our own shortcomings. We become masters of self-deception, all in service of maintaining a fragile sense of self. Carl Jung, a student of Freud who later branched out, offered another powerful lens through his concept of the shadow. For Jung, the shadow encompasses all the parts of ourselves that we reject, disown, or deem unacceptable to our conscious ego. It includes our primitive instincts, our repressed desires, our shameful experiences, and those negative qualities we see in others, but refuse to acknowledge in ourselves. The shadow isn't inherently evil. It's simply the unacknowledged, the unintegrated. And the more we try to suppress it, the more power it tends to exert over us, often manifesting in destructive behaviors and unconscious projections. But here's the punchline, the uncomfortable truth we try so hard to evade. These demons, this shadow, these unacceptable parts, they are not some alien entity that has invaded our being. They are us. We are running from aspects of ourselves that we have deemed unworthy, flawed, or simply not fitting with the carefully curated image we want to project to the world and, more importantly, to ourselves. Our values, our upbringing, societal expectations, they all contribute to this process of self-rejection. We are taught what is good and what is bad, what is acceptable and what is not. We internalize these judgments and begin to police ourselves, banishing anything that doesn't align with our ideal self-image. But the human psyche is not a neat, compartmentalized box. We are a complex tapestry woven with light and shadow, strength and vulnerability, joy and sorrow. To deny any part of this tapestry is to deny our own wholeness. We are capable of immense love and breathtaking cruelty. We possess the potential for profound creativity and destructive rage. We are both the divine spark and the base instinct. To pretend otherwise is to live a half-life, a diminished existence where we are constantly at war with ourselves. If this is hitting home for you, if you're recognizing some of these battles within yourself, then you're in the right place. If you're finding value in this discussion, I'd really appreciate it if you could take a moment to give this video a like. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so and hitting the notification bell. Your support helps this channel grow and allows us to continue exploring these challenging and important topics. Share this with anyone you think might benefit, and please, let's start a conversation in the comments below. What are your thoughts on facing our inner demons? Now, let's get back to how we can begin this crucial process of integration. So, how do we begin to integrate these disowned parts of ourselves without being consumed by them? How do we face our demons without letting them destroy us? The answer lies not in vanquishing them, but in understanding them, in bringing them out of the shadows and into the light of conscious awareness. The first step is radical self-acceptance. This doesn't mean condoning harmful behaviors or wallowing in negativity. It means acknowledging the full spectrum of who you are, the good, the bad, and the ugly. It means recognizing that these demonic aspects are part of your human experience, that they have likely developed for a reason, perhaps as a misguided attempt to protect yourself or fulfill a need. Instead of judging these parts, try to approach them with curiosity and compassion. Ask yourself, what is this fear trying to tell me? What unmet need is this anger masking? What is the root of this destructive habit? Often these demons are messengers in disguise, trying to alert us to something important that we have been neglecting. Therapy, particularly psychodynamic approaches and Jungian analysis, can provide a safe and structured space to explore these deeper aspects of the self. A skilled therapist can help you navigate the complex terrain of your inner world, identify your defense mechanisms, and understand the patterns of your shadow. Practices like mindfulness and journaling can also be powerful tools for self-discovery. By paying attention to your thoughts and feelings without judgment, you can begin to notice the recurring patterns, the triggers that bring your demons to the surface. Journaling can provide a space to externalize these inner conflicts and examine them more objectively. The goal is not to eliminate these parts of ourselves. That's an impossible and ultimately self-destructive endeavor. The goal is integration. To bring these disowned aspects into conscious awareness and understand their role in our psyche. To learn to work with them rather than against them. To acknowledge our anger without letting it control our actions. To recognize our fears without letting them paralyze us. Facing our demons is not a one-time battle. It's an ongoing journey of self-discovery and acceptance. It requires courage, vulnerability, and a willingness to look at the parts of ourselves we would rather keep hidden. But the reward is a greater sense of wholeness, authenticity, and inner peace. When we stop running from ourselves, we finally become free to truly live. So, take a deep breath, turn around, and face the shadows. You might just find that they are not as monstrous as you once believed. They are simply waiting to be seen, to be heard, and to be integrated into the magnificent, messy, and ultimately beautiful complexity of who you truly are.